Bruce Lindahl was a predator. He preyed on young, attractive women. Lindahl often found his victims in parking lots. He watched and waited for the right moment to strike. Lindahl instilled fear in the hearts of many. His crimes left a trail of devastation. Lindahl favored women with brown or blonde hair. These details became important later. They formed a pattern in his crimes. His victims often fit a similar profile. This helped investigators connect the dots. The parking lots offered Lindahl a hunting ground. Women felt vulnerable in these isolated areas. They were easy targets for his sinister plans. Lindahl used the environment to his advantage. Lindahl's crimes were brazen. He showed no remorse for his actions. His reign of terror continued for years. Many victims remained unknown. Their stories were left untold. Bruce Lindahl was meticulous in covering his tracks. He didn't want to get caught. After committing a crime, he would move the victim's body. This was a deliberate attempt to mislead the police. Lindahl would transport the bodies to remote locations. He often chose areas near rivers or wooded areas. This made it harder for authorities to find them. The longer it took, the less evidence would be available. He understood the importance of forensic evidence. By moving the bodies, he hoped to erase any trace of himself. It was a cruel game of cat and mouse. Lindahl's actions showed a cold and calculating mind. He was willing to go to any lengths to avoid justice. His crimes were not random acts of violence. They were planned and executed with chilling precision. Kathy Halle was a young woman with a bright future. On March 29, 1979, her life was tragically cut short. She was abducted from her apartment complex parking lot in North Aurora, Illinois. Kathy was just 19 years old. Kathy was on her way to pick up her sister. She never made it to her destination. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through her family and the community. Weeks turned into months, and the case went cold. On April 24, 1979, a horrifying discovery was made. Kathy's body was found in the Fox River. The news devastated her loved ones. They were left with more questions than answers. Despite the best efforts of law enforcement, Kathy's killer remained elusive. The case remained unsolved for decades. The lack of answers haunted her family and friends. Decades passed and the case of Kathy Halle remained unsolved. However, the advent of DNA technology brought new hope for justice. Investigators had carefully preserved evidence from the crime scene, including Kathy's clothing. In 2019, a breakthrough came when familial DNA linked Bruce Lindahl to another murder. This made him a suspect in Kathy's case. The North Aurora Police Department reopened the investigation. Finally, in August 2024, DNA analysis confirmed that Lindahl was responsible for Kathy's murder. DNA from his belongings placed him at the scene of Kathy's abduction. The DNA evidence was irrefutable. It unmasked Bruce Lindahl for the monster he truly was. Although he died in 1981, the truth had finally come to light. Please subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories.